As we approach the climax of the 2024 PGA Tour season, all eyes turn to Eastlake Golf Club, where the Tour Championship will determine the ultimate victor. This isn't just any tournament. It's the grand finale, the moment where the top 30 golfers in the FedEx Cup standings go head-to-head, all vying for the colossal $25 million first prize. It's the culmination of a season filled with sweat, strategy, and sheer determination. For golf fans in the US and Europe, this is the event where dreams are made, or shattered. Leading the pack this year is Scottie Scheffler, who once again finds himself in the top position heading into the Tour Championship. It's a familiar spot for Scheffler, as he has entered this final showdown in first place for the third consecutive year. However, history hasn't been kind to him. He fell short in both 2022 and 2023. The pressure is immense, and the question looms large. Will this be the year that Scheffler finally conquers Eastlake, or will the weight of past disappointments prove too heavy once again? My prediction? Scheffler will finish just shy of victory, with a final score of -20. But if there's one golfer poised to seize the moment, it's Xander Schauffele. Currently second in the FedEx Cup standings, Schauffele starts the tournament just 2 shots behind Scheffler. His track record at Eastlake is nothing short of remarkable. He's never finished outside the top 7, and in both 2020 and 2023, he recorded the lowest gross score. Schauffele is hungry to make his case as Golfer of the Year, and I believe he'll rise to the occasion, finishing with a score of -22, claiming the championship and the glory. Then there's Hideki Matsuyama, a golfer whose fortunes at Eastlake have never been favorable. Unfortunately, this year doesn't look any brighter for him. Matsuyama enters the championship nursing an injury that forced him to withdraw from the BMW Championship just last week. Given these circumstances, I predict a lackluster performance with Matsuyama finishing at -11, far from contention. Rory McIlroy, a 2-time winner of the Tour Championship under the new format, is another big name to watch. Yet, despite his past successes, McIlroy's current form is concerning. He stumbled to a 68th place finish at the FedEx St. Jude Championship and managed only a T11 at the BMW Championship. It's clear that McIlroy needs the season to end so he can regroup. My prediction for him? A respectable but unremarkable -16. Ludwig Aberg, making his debut at Eastlake, is a wild card. Despite a strong runner-up finish last week, the challenges of Eastlake might prove too much for the young Swede. He's had an impressive season, but I foresee him finishing at -10, outside the top contenders. Collin Morikawa, a golfer with the potential for greatness, enters the championship in less than ideal form. With 3 consecutive finishes outside the top 20, Morikawa seems unlikely to break through at Eastlake. My guess? He'll finish at -15, solid but not spectacular. Keegan Bradley, on the other hand, could be a surprise contender. After a strong win last week, Bradley enters the Tour Championship in 4th place, just 4 shots behind Scheffler. His experience and recent form suggest he could be in the mix, and I'm predicting a finish at -19, putting him close to the top. Patrick Cantlay, a previous Tour Championship winner, is another name to keep an eye on. With 3 straight top 7 finishes in gross score at Eastlake and 2 top 15 finishes leading into this week, Cantlay is a strong contender. I'm predicting a runner-up finish for Cantlay at -21. Wyndham Clark is a bit of a wild card. He's been inconsistent this season, but his recent form has been solid, with 3 top 14 finishes in his last 3 starts. I see Clark finishing at -17, a solid performance, but not quite enough to challenge the leaders. Finally, Sam Burns is a golfer on the rise. With 2 straight top 5 finishes, including a runner-up at last week's BMW Championship, Burns is heating up at the right time. Starting 6 shots behind Scheffler, he'll have a lot of ground to make up, but I predict a strong finish at -16, just outside the top contenders.